Okay, I cannot believe that I'm making this video today, but I have some things to say about my lock journey, and I feel in a way kind of responsible and obligated to talk to y'all about the reason why I fell out of love with my lock journey and the reason why I kind of just let my hair go like how I did. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will link my past 3 vlogs in the description box, and it's also going to be a part of my Microlocs playlist. But basically, if you missed it, if you haven't been around, or if you're new, I neglected my locks for a really long time, and that kind of resulted in me needing to find a loctician ASAP, and I needed some repairs, and I just needed a retIe because I've gone so long without getting my hair done. So this morning I asked you guys to ask me some questions on the YouTube community tab, and every single one of them is about why I let my hair get so bad, and like what's my plan for my lock journey going forward, what's going to be my retIe schedule going forward, who's going to do my hair, am I going to let the loctician do my hair, am I going to let my mom do my hair, all that stuff. But before we get into all that, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. I post 3 times a week, Sundays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 3 p.m. I make videos about my Microlocs journey, which I started about 3.5 years ago. I make videos about college. I'm a community college student. I'm on a debt-free degree journey, and I'm doing well so far. So you might see a little bit of college content on my channel, as well as beauty, fashion, lifestyle, overall just a lifestyle channel. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then be sure to subscribe. Anywho, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the reasons why I neglected my journey. So if you've been watching for quite some time, you've kind of heard me mention here and there that I've wanted to combine my locks. I started my locks when I was like 16 years old, and I'm like 20 now. I don't know why I said like, I'm definitely 20. But it's been a really long time since I started my lock journey, and whenever I started, I didn't really know what I was doing. My mom started my locks for me, and she's not a loctician, she's not a beautician. She doesn't do other people's hair, she just does my hair and hers. She's just a regular mom, you know. We began looking into ways that I could kind of have this low maintenance or relatively low maintenance style, because I went natural, and after I went natural, I didn't really know what to do with my hair because I've never been a type of person that liked to style my hair. I never really liked to style and do different things like that. I really just had box braids. And then whenever I didn't have my box braids, I just had like a 2-strand twist out or a braid out or something. So that was pretty much it. So we looked into locks because I really wanted to have locks. I wanted traditional locks. That was what I really wanted. I really wanted a set of traditional locks, kind of like on the smaller side, but definitely no more than 300 locks. But my mom was doing like a little bit of research on the internet, and she found out that there's this thing called sister locks. So we looked into sister locks. We looked into me going to get them installed because she convinced me that I would like the smaller locks better than the larger locks, because we both believed that the smaller locks would be more versatile as far as styling goes. So we thought that that would be a better option for me. I wanted to have small locks. So what do? We go and try to get quoted for a sister locks install. Y'all, why did my quotes come up to like close to $3,500, like $3,500 just to install? That was definitely not an option because 1, it's expensive, and 2, I didn't really know if I was gonna like it. So I didn't want to spend that money and then not even know if I was gonna like it, not even go through with the journey. That's kind of expensive. Let's not do that. Let's figure something else out. After doing some research, a couple of months later, I came across Microlocs and braid locks. Braid locks and Microlocs are just like alternatives to sister locks, in my opinion. I'm not a professional, obviously, but I think that the end result of braid locks and Microlocs, it looks the same. Like, I've had a lot of people tell me that my hair looks like sister locks, and I'm just like, no, I started with 2-strand twists. These are not sister locks, these are Microlocs, but it looks the same. So, you know, just my humble opinion there. So let's leave that alone. I know how the sister lock community can get, So let's leave that alone. With the videos that I saw of the women that had micro locks and braid locks, I loved it. I thought that it looked so beautiful and it was relatively low maintenance, like day-to-day maintenance. Then I had to figure out if I wanted my locks to be started with braids or twists, and I decided that I wanted them to be started with twists. Really, I forgot the reason because it's been so long, but I remember watching this video where someone said that their braid locks actually held the braid shape, like it looked like braids, for a lot longer than the 2-strand twist. The ones that were started with 2-strand twists seemed to kind of lose the shape of the twist and look more like a lock faster than the braids. So I decided that I wanted 2-strand twists for my starter locks. So my mom did that. I have a video, like I was saying, I'll have that linked. But we did that. I loved it. I kind of went through like ups and downs with my journey. Overall, I loved my hair, but as you know, the weeks went by and the months went by, the only problem that I had with my hair was the maintenance. The amount of time that it took to do my hair, y'all, it was absolutely absurd. And the reason why I say it was absurd is because I wasn't used to sitting in a chair for multiple days to get my hair done. After about a year into my journey, my mom pretty much said, you're gonna need to learn how to do your own hair because I can't keep doing your hair and mine. Yes, my mom has micro locks too. When she told me that, I was just like heartbroken because I have over 600 locks, y'all. The thought of having to retie 600 locks by myself was very daunting and gave me a lot of anxiety. Just to be real, the back of my head was not on the same schedule as the front. I kind of just fell out of love with my lock journey because I felt like it was just too much for me to handle, and I didn't really feel comfortable going to anybody like a professional because I just got nervous at the thought of somebody else doing my hair because I didn't know what to expect. Last time that I went, they told me it was going to be $3,000 and I don't have that. I'm a college student, okay? I don't have the kind of money to be spending on my hair. I did try in 2020 to go see if I can find someone to do my hair for me. They quoted me like $1,400, I believe, just for a retie, like every 4 to 6 weeks. And I was obviously not going to pay that because I don't have $1,400 to drop on my hair every 4 to 6 weeks. Absolutely not. No ma'am. So at this point I got super discouraged because I'm like, okay, I love my hair, but I just don't have the desire or skill set yet to take care of it. I was thinking about combining my locks. So with all of the uncertainty around what I was gonna do with my hair, it just eventually formed into me getting discouraged altogether, and I just did not know if I wanted to keep it. I just stopped doing it. That was a mistake because recently, I wanna say this was like last week, I decided that I wanted to retie my hair. I tried to get started. As soon as I tried to get started, I realized that it was in really bad shape and that I probably needed professional help at this point. So I went to a loctician, and she was like my saving grace because she just seemed not too worried about it at the consultation. She was just like, yeah girl, just looks like you need a retie. Like, it looks bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought that it was. It was a reasonable price. I really liked her. When we got started, y'all, it took us 6 hours to do like literally from the back, like the nape of my neck, to like my ear. It was just so bad to the point where she was just like, look, we have 2 options. We can either cut it and start a new set of locks because I had like 4 inches of new growth, or we can continue and she'll just cut out the locks that can't be saved and she'll save the ones that can be saved. Of course, I wanted to save the ones that could be saved. Obviously, I don't want to cut them out. So after hearing that, I felt really bad for like putting it was my burden that I let my hair get so bad. I didn't want to be going to her and like letting her like try to fix it. I just felt really bad like letting somebody else kind of fix the damage that I did. So once again, I go and beg my mom, can you please see if you can like work some magic? Like, can you just get it on track for me, and then I'm gonna go back to a professional to keep it up. I just think that it's also gonna be better for me to stick with my mom kind of retying my locks because my mom did my hair. She knows how my grid is, and at this point my grid is like gone. My mom knows how she did my hair, so I just think that it's going to be better for her to do it anyway because she's already familiar with my head and she knows how she did it, so it's going to be a lot easier for her to go in and try to fix it. And that is what we're doing right now. We're working day by day retightening my hair. That's pretty much like why I let my hair get so bad, because I got a lot of questions about that. It wasn't until I was faced with the thought of having to cut all of my locks out and starting over that I realized, wait, I want this. I want my hair. I want these locks. I want this set. I don't want to start over. So at this point, I am back in love with my lock journey. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get this back on track, and then I'm going to go to a professional and let them keep it up. So before we get into the Q&A, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit because a lot of y'all were very curious as to why I let my hair get so bad, and I completely understand because it's ridiculous. But now I want to go ahead and get into the Q&A. Okay, so the first question is, I know you mentioned you wanted to keep your locks, but have you ever thought about combining locks to a slightly bigger size so you can safely stretch your reties? The answer is yes, I have thought about combining my locks, but at this point, I'm not ready to combine in bulk. I want to combine the ones that can't be saved and the ones that are absolutely so small, like unreasonably small. But I'm not ready to just go in and combine like my whole head just yet. Is it something that I want to do in the future? Probably, most likely. But right now, I really want to see this journey through. I know that since you've explained all of this, you'll likely never miss a retightening again. But would you consider retwist or palm rolling for the times to maintain them when you don't have the time to retighten? Actually, I don't really have an answer just yet because I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked into palm rolling like that, and I don't think that it would be... I don't know. I haven't really looked into it because my locks were so small. I just never thought to palm roll, so that has to be something that I look more into. Have you reattached or will you reattach the locks that were cut? No, unfortunately, I don't have those locks. They're in the trash. I was told by my loctician that I could reattach them, but she didn't think that it would be sustainable in the long term. So unfortunately, those locks are lost, and I just restarted them. And luckily they're in the back, so you can't really see it. Sadly, I didn't keep them. I wish that I had, because I wish that I had at least given it a chance instead of just throwing them away. The next question is, you say you would stop using conditioner. What will you be doing to keep your hair hydrated? What are your hair goals at the moment, and have you considered brushing your locks? I did say that I was going to stop using conditioner because my loctician had mentioned to me that it was unnecessary for my hair. Another thing she was saying is that it was causing a little bit of buildup in my hair. So as far as like keeping my hair hydrated, I honestly don't know what my new hair care routine will look like. I was just told to use like water and just oil, like a light oil, not castor oil, but like coconut oil or almond oil, jojoba oil, things like that. That's just what I'm gonna do, and we're just gonna see how that goes, I guess. What are my hair goals at the moment? Honestly, my #1 hair goal right now is just to get everything back intact so that I can just start fresh. Have you considered brushing your locks? I have not considered brushing my locks, but I have heard a couple of y'all tell me that I should do that. Instead of picking the lint out of my hair, I can just brush them. It's just not something that I've looked into that much, but I have heard of it, and I just have to look more into it. If you stay with the new loctician, what retightening schedule will you be on? I think I would do like 6 weeks. I definitely wouldn't go over 10 weeks this go round. Was there a specific shampoo she suggested for you? What was her stance on the oils that you use? So I did tell her that I use almond oil, and she said that that was fine. She just recommended light oils like almond, jojoba, coconut. Was there a specific shampoo she suggested for you? There actually was, and I took a picture of it. Let me try to find it so that I can show y'all. This is what it looks like, and it's called the Eden Body Works Peppermint Tea Tree Shampoo, and I believe you can find this at Target. Do you feel like your locks are uniform, or are some bigger or thicker than the others? So the front and like pretty much the edge of my hair, the perimeter, is tinier than the middle. So those are all the questions that I'm going to be answering today with the Q&A. Thank y'all to everybody that asked the question. I really appreciate it. If there's anything else that I may have missed or another question that you may have, feel free to leave it in the comments down below. I always try my best to answer to everybody. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel once again. I'll talk to y'all in my next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm out.